A celebration to remember at the Prince's Trust Award ceremony in Leicester. There was a touch of glamour and plenty of entertainment. It was a memorable occasion too for the finalists whose hard work was recognised.
If you've got an idea and you think you're good with it, give it a go, because I think if you don't try, you'll never know. And even if you try and fail, at least you've tried and you can tell yourself you had a damn good go. And yeah, if it didn't work, it didn't work. But the chances are, with the Prince's Trust and other teams behind you, you've got a very good chance of succeeding. So give it a go.
The Prince's Trust helps 14 to 30-year-olds from a wide range of backgrounds. Those who've struggled at school, have been in care, are long-term unemployed, or have been in trouble with the police. Every year, the charity helps thousands of young people overcome barriers in their lives. There was a special message from Prince Charles.
To every finalist here today, I can only offer my warmest congratulations. I really am full of admiration for you all. Not only have you achieved incredible things, but you are also role models for thousands of other young people across the United Kingdom.
Jay Sohail, a journalist who hosted the event, supports the charity. He says he received invaluable help and advice which changed his life. Jay told Pukar News that he believes other Asians could benefit if there was greater awareness about the Prince's Trust in the community.
I think it's vitally important for the Asian community here in Leicester to get involved with the Prince's Trust. The Prince's Trust is an organisation that helps young people who find their life difficult for whatever reason. I know for a fact that the Prince's Trust has helped me in my career in becoming a television journalist. It was the Prince's Trust 10 years ago that provided me with funding to set up my own community-based newspaper. So without that support, I know I wouldn't be here today. The Prince's Trust is vitally important in their local communities, especially in Leicester. What people in Leicester need to do, especially from the Asian community, is recognise that this is an opportunity for them, if they're able to give something back, to support young people. Because if we don't look after our young people, if we don't give them a helping hand when they need it, especially during this recession, then what kind of future will we have, especially in places like here?
Vic Sethi, a businessman, is on the board of the trust. He has close links with Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs in the Midlands, and he's keen to use his contacts to let people know about the charity.
There are a lot of young Asians we know who get into the wrong company, into the wrong hands. Their lives are completely deterred from the family life. They end up with trouble with the law. They end up in prisons and with drug trafficking and this and that. So obviously what the trust does is basically tries to bring them back on their feet and change their lives, transform their lives.
The Prince's Trust say they regularly visit ethnic minority community centres and places of worship throughout the country.
I think the key to attracting young people is to get other young people's successes like today showcased. Yeah? So you could see we had a fairly diverse mix of young people coming onto the stage and getting awards as finalists for the whole region. So we really proactively target, I would say, young people from ethnic backgrounds because it's an inclusive product that the Prince's Trust offers.
But on the streets of Belgrave, people knew very little about the Trust's work.
I have heard of it, but the amount of information is very little.
Well, I don't know much. I know it's a charity, that's about all, I'm afraid.
To be honest with you, we've heard of it, but I don't know the details at all.
They do try to target the Asian community, but I don't think so they reach out. So I think they need to do more about it, to reach out, to make Asian community understand about it more.
Vic says, although more needs to be done to raise a profile of the Prince's Trust, there have been many success stories within the Asian community.
We have a young British Muslim gentleman who basically lost his eyesight at a very young age. He wanted to do a lot of development in computers and internet, but obviously his family thought this was the end of his life. But because of his determination, he heard of the Prince's Trust, walked into the Prince's Trust and asked for help. And with the advice of the trust, with the funding of the trust, and with the mentors from the trust, he is today back on his feet. Being blind, he is still there, and his words are that no matter what happens, he cannot forget the trust for what they've done for him. His life has been transformed since then, and the good news is he was just recently nominated for one of the awards as well this year.